Hey guys, okay, episode 122. I know I'm going completely backwards now, and it's because my notes are all over the place. I'm back at home for a little bit, so I wanted to try to finish these up before I forget them more than I already have. But so this movie is Brahms, The Boy 2. That's the whole title. So there is the movie The Boy, which I did see a long time ago, and I don't think it's on here because I don't think I was even doing this back then. I don't really know. But this one is the 2020. 1 hour and 26 minutes. It's a horror thriller, and you can watch it on Fossum for free. Google gives it a 70% rating, and it is known as unsettling, menacing, and terrifying. So if you didn't watch I didn't know that I watched The Boy one. Like, I didn't even realize that this was a sequel to the 2016 The Boy. Okay, so I didn't even realize it. So you can actually watch this without seeing the other one, but they do talk about the other one, and it does have a flashback to the first one, which is what it's a type picture that you just don't forget. So yeah, it stayed in my head, and that's how I figured it out. But so there's I don't want to give too much away because it's really the first one's when it's all explained, but it's basically a young family moves to the Hellshire mansion, and the wife's name is Eliza, played by Katie Holmes, and and Joseph is played by Ralph Inesom. Okay. I am bringing it down a star because of a scene in it that I did not like, and I'll get more into that. But so this movie is about that same creepy doll that basically is known to have like a boy in it. This is really a hard one to review because I really don't want to give away the first one when I'm reviewing the second one. But so anyway, I'll say Katie Holmes because that's how you guys would all know her better than by whatever the name. What was it again? Liza. So Liza, Katie Holmes. All right. So her son and her husband are living at this place, and they get attacked one night when I believe he's at work. And it's like a robbery, and she survives, and so does his son. It becomes very obviously traumatic for them both, and they have trouble moving on. So they decide to move out to where this mansion was, the Hellshire Mansion. Now this is closed down because of the fires and all the things that have gone wrong with all the previous owners. However, there is a house located like right by it. I guess it's like what you would call like a guest house type thing, I'll say. I don't know what the technical terms were for this movie, but it's like a guest house, only a very big guest house. So they move into that, and so they're walking through the woods one day, and her son finds this doll, and it's the creepiest doll. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a creepy doll, with that like white face and eyeballs that are very like realistic, and anyway, and dressed all in a suit. And so her son is not speaking because after the incident of the robbery, he develops, he's too young, and he's scared, and he develops some issues, and he doesn't speak, so he just writes on paper, and he starts writing not just for him but for the doll, and it gets like way out of control. Katie Holmes finds even a book of his book where he writes in, and there's like horrible pictures in there of death and stuff, and there's also the doll's rules written down. So it's all messed up with that, and causes a lot of problems. They are trying to get their son back, basically. The doll's keeps taking them, to like the mansion, and which is abandoned, completely abandoned for like years, I think. And so I'm not going to give away the ending, but the doll, it becomes a fight for the Katie Holmes and her husband to get their son back from this doll, basically, who's like taking over them. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I am gonna say that I would have recommended watching this based on the movie and based on, well, I like Katie Holmes too. It was crazy though seeing her older, because she hasn't really made much movies, I don't think. But let me do my warnings, and I don't have my list. I can tell you right now, a dog dies. Okay, so flat out right there, that deal breaker. Cats no, bugs no. Dog dies, and I'm not gonna say who killed the dog or anything, but they show the dog lying there dead and like somewhat tortured. And it's a horrible scene, and I dropped it at point, and I would not have watched the movie had I known this was going to happen. It was a pet dog, but it was one of those bigger dogs. Not that it makes any difference, but I'm just throwing it out there. Drugs, no. Alright, let me guess for the rest of my list, because I haven't written down. Okay, so we're going by memory. Excessive gore, no. Violence and death, yes. Wait. There's violence. Hold on. Okay, there's definitely violence. I'm gonna go with yes for death. I honestly cannot remember this one scene. This is what's throwing me off, but I know for a fact that death is implied, so I'm gonna go with yes. Wait, where's my stupid list? Violence, death. Clown, no. Vomit, no. Blood, yes. I know there's blood on the dog, unfortunately. Gross scenes, no. Hospital, no. Mental institution, no. Just psychiatrist, because the boy and Katie Holmes is not quite the same after that incident. Okay, so suicide is another interesting one, because no, but yes. There's suicide in the first one. All right, let's put it that way. There's suicide in the first one, and then there's a throwback to the scene of the first one, and it, spoiler alert, is showing the suicide of the couple from the first one. So, there's that. But that's the only scene. So, a throwback to it. So, shaky cam, no. Abortion, no. Rape, no. Sexual content, no. And nudity, no. I give it 2 stars. I'm sorry. The dog scene did it for me. I can't. That's like my one rule. My biggest rule is dogs. So, I own a dog. So, like, just know. All right. I've got 2 more to do. So go check out the next one.